At least 29 Palestinians have tragically lost their lives in a series of Israeli airstrikes targeting Kamal Adwan hospital in northern Gaza. According to Gaza's civil defense authorities, these strikes hit both the northern and western sides of the hospital, resulting in scenes of unimaginable carnage and chaos. The hospital, once a place of healing, has now become a symbol of the ongoing conflict's brutality. Medical staff and patients at the facility were reportedly soaked in blood following multiple attacks by Israeli drones, as described by an Al Jazeera correspondent on the ground. The devastating impact of these strikes highlights the dire situation facing both healthcare workers and civilians in Gaza. The hospital's infrastructure has been severely compromised, making it difficult to provide even the most basic medical care. The attacks are part of Israel's ongoing military campaign in Gaza, which has caused widespread destruction and staggering casualties since it began. Since October 7, 2023, at least 44,612 Palestinians have lost their lives, and over 105,834 have been wounded. This escalation followed Hamas-led attacks on Israel, which resulted in 1,139 Israeli deaths and more than 200 individuals being taken hostage. The cycle of violence has only intensified, with each side suffering tremendous losses. In neighboring Lebanon, the conflict has also left a devastating toll. At least 4,047 people have been killed and 16,638 others injured in Israeli strikes since the outbreak of the war. Despite a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah, tensions remain high, with several violations of the truce reported. Lebanon's health ministry confirmed that 5 people were injured in an Israeli attack near the town of Bint Jibal. The fragile ceasefire is constantly under threat, making the situation volatile and unpredictable. The humanitarian situation continues to deteriorate across the region, with medical facilities increasingly coming under fire. The attack on Kamal Adwan Hospital underscores the immense risks faced by health workers and civilians trapped in the conflict zones. The destruction of healthcare infrastructure is a grave violation of international humanitarian law. International organizations and human rights groups have issued urgent calls for a ceasefire and unimpeded access to provide essential aid to those affected. The safety and well-being of civilians, including medical personnel and patients, must be paramount. The international community's response has been one of condemnation and calls for immediate action. The international community faces a moral imperative to act swiftly and decisively to prevent further loss of life and alleviate the suffering of innocent people caught in the crossfire. The world is watching and the time to act is now. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated, as every moment of inaction results in more lives lost. This is an unfolding humanitarian disaster, and it demands our immediate attention and action. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay aware, and let's hope for peace. The hope for peace remains a distant dream, but it is a dream that we must continue to strive for the sake of all those suffering in this conflict.